Since 2023, the Federal Reserve has been reducing its interest rate, which has actually been stabilizing the bond market. This is something that they've been able to do thanks to cooling inflationary pressures, but the energy shock that we're going through is completely flipping this around. We can see this by looking at how investors are pricing in future Federal Reserve actions through the 2-year yield. This line that you see here can be considered as the expectation of future Fed policy. And since 2023, the big theme has been that the market has consistently expected the Federal Reserve to lower its interest rate, as we can see from the 2-year yield being below the Fed funds rate. Now look at what has just happened. We've seen the 2-year yield jump back above the federal funds rate. This is a huge deal for the bond market. It tells us that the Federal Reserve is potentially about to switch from what's called a dovish stance, where they lean more towards cutting interest rates, towards a hawkish stance, where they even consider raising interest rates again. The last time that the Federal Reserve was hawkish and that the 2-year yield was above the Fed funds rate was in 2022. And when we look at what happened to long-term bond yields the last time that the Fed was hawkish, they jumped in a few months from 2% to 5%, which puts significant pressure on the financial system. So no, it is not a coincidence that bond yields are breaking out now, right as the Federal Reserve is about to become hawkish once again.